In this video I'm going to explore the complimentary dining options that are on board the Norwegian Epic. Firstly we'll take a look at the two main dining rooms. This is the Manhattan room, which is the more elegant restaurant, however both serve the same menu. Norwegian offer freestyle dining, so there are no set times or tables. You can just arrive and be sat once a table has become available. This was tonight's menu. There are a selection of very tempting starters, followed by the always available classic entrees, and then today's featured entrees. And if you wish to splash out, there are 3 upcharge options from Cagney's Steakhouse. Didn't think this was necessary as there were so many included options. And after looking through the menu, I had a lovely glass of white wine. Out first was a basket of fresh bread, which was still warm and smelled divine. And I do prefer butter that comes in its own little wrapper. I had the crispy crab and cream cheese wontons for starters. That was an excellent appetizer. And this is the Greek salad, which was just so fresh. And first for our entrees was a breaded flounder with arugula salad and a mustard remoulade. The fish was light and flaky, and the remoulade had a little bit of a zing about it. The pork spare ribs were really meaty, and the onion rings had a great crunch to them. The bourbon barbecue sauce was really tangy indeed. In fact, the only negative point was that there could have been a little bit more of that lovely pasta salad. And the fresh fruit salad and the cream caramel were our desserts. Overall, this was a fantastic meal, and as the sign says, nobody does food like Norwegian. Well, in the MDR anyway. This is Taste, the second main dining room aboard the ship. Taste is open for breakfast, lunch and dinner, whereas the Manhattan room is only open for dinner. Check the Freestyle Daily or on the app to see the exact opening times on your cruise. This is a more open restaurant, with its colourful and fun modern style to its decor. And you can't miss this beautiful light fitting dominating the space above. And I found it was a good tip to get to the restaurant when it opened, as it wasn't too busy. This is tonight's menu. Feel free to pause the video if you want to take a little longer to read. And looking back at these menus, it makes me really wish I was back on board. Anyway, back to the voiceover. And before the bread basket was served, I decided to go for a glass of rosé. 4 rolls for 2 people. Other cruise lines should make a note of this. We had the creamy New England clam chowder, which had plenty of clams inside, and this unbelievable Cobb salad. For our entrees, we went with the shrimp fettuccine alfredo, which is one of my favourite dishes, and the whole roasted loin of pork that was just so succulent. Although to be fair, neither portion was particularly large. I went for the fresh fruit salad for dessert, but the showstopper was this after 8 mint chocolate mousse. O'Shea's is the more casual dining choice in a bar-like atmosphere surrounding the ship's atrium. Breakfast here is the typical staples that you would expect with both American and English style breakfasts, along with sandwiches, omelettes and pancakes. I went for the fresh fruit salad again, along with an apple juice and a pot of tea. Followed by a ham and cheese omelette, breakfast potatoes and a side of streaky bacon. And while the omelette was nice enough, it was not the best on board the ship. I'll show you where that is later on. Oceans is open 24 hours a day, so whenever you're hungry, Oceans is ready. The food served throughout the rest of the day consists of smaller plates along with soups and salads. The chili here is highly recommended. And of course there are burgers, hot dogs and wings. It's standard fare with fast and efficient service. Although do be aware, with a bowling alley to one side and a bar to the other, this is the noisiest place to eat on the ship. Garden Cafe is the buffet and it's absolutely huge. I'm quite particular about buffet food, but this was excellent. This is how it's set up for breakfast, with cooked choices of eggs, bacon, sausages, beans and tomatoes. And there's lots of salad items, cold cuts, cheeses, along with granola and fresh fruit. And there's more fresh fruit here, along with pancakes and toppings too. And flavoured milks and yogurts are also available. The star of the show is the omelette station, which you can choose the ingredients you want to add, and it's freshly made in front of you, and it's definitely better than Oceans. And this is the drink station, where you can get orange, apple and cranberry juice along with some iced tea. And this is a typical setup for lunch and dinner. There's a soup stand next to the carving station along with fried chicken and fish and lots of veggies. The salad bar here is great and there's plenty of dressings to choose from. There's also a selection of cold meats and cheeses. This is the Asian food station, which has a good choice of Indian and Far Eastern foods. The fixing station is here, which means the burgers and hot dogs can't be too far away. And this is located right next door to the very popular pizza and pasta area. There's a good choice of ready-filled rolls, along with the fillings to go with the bread rolls so you can make your own. The lemonade, flavoured waters and iced tea are all on tap, along with the teas and coffees. And for the adults, you can also pour your own wine. Just swipe your room's key card and you're ready to go. And next that is where you can either dispense soft whip ice cream yourself, or you can choose from the tubs of gelato. And there's even more fresh fruit and a huge selection of sweet treats available. And they even have specialty items like these cakes to celebrate the start of a cruise. The Garden Cafe is open for breakfast from 5 until 9, lunch is 11:30 till 4, and dinner is 6 until 11. Overall, this was one of the best buffets I've visited, and it has such a huge variety of items, and the food itself was fresh and well stocked. The great outdoors is the pool deck buffet, with classics such as burgers, hot dogs, pizzas, and a good choice of breads and salads. You can even make your own sandwich. I found this to be a cut above, with many fresh items along with the obvious choices. It's open from lunch until the early evening, when it closes, and then reopens for late night dining once the Garden Cafe is closed. Late night offerings are very similar to the daytime ones, with added cookies, cakes and brownies. And while the food here is just as good as during the day, please be aware that you may be enjoying your late night burger while the party goes on around you. The yacht of the ship is called Spice H2O, which has its own grill. It serves a limited choice buffet, open from lunch until the late afternoon. The Noodle Bar and Shanghai are the complimentary Chinese restaurants. which serve dim sum, noodles and fried rice at the bar, and table service consists of appetizers such as calamari and spare ribs, a couple of soups, chicken, beef, seafood and vegetarian entrees. Unfortunately, I didn't get to eat here, but I heard from those who did that it was an enjoyable experience. Many thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing.